Question the leading spokesperson for the fight against illegal immigration in not only Illinois, but America. And without further ado, Rosanna.
Well, you know what? I think we really all need to thank Dave for all his work. I mean, you know, his website is the first I go to because he does all the work for me. I can just glance through the articles, see if there's anything about illegal immigration, and so we need to give Dave a hand for all his work. Well, I recently was on a boat cruise and with Phyllis Schlafly, and I really needed to hear what she had to say. Because sometimes we can really get down and out and depressed when we think of the Republican Party. I tried to become a delegate, and you know, we know all the controversy that went, you know, with that, and people were shut out and blah blah blah. But anyway, Phyllis said, you know what, folks, we have been this low before, and we came back, and I was like, thank you for reviewing history. It's like looking in your photo album and remembering, oh yeah, we were, you know, down and out, and we did come back. And so I was really glad to hear her say that. You know, some people would like to say that illegal immigration, they say about Tom Tancredo, well, you know, he's a one-issue guy. But when you think that illegal immigration, I'm going to bring it close to home in Illinois, it cost Illinois taxpayers $3.5 billion a year for services for illegal aliens. You realize that that $3.5 billion comes from all your taxes. Folks, you are footing the bill. Right. Whether it's through property taxes, $3.1 billion goes to schooling children of illegal aliens. So that's directly related to property taxes, right? So it's about your property taxes. It's about your overcrowded schools. Some of you are familiar with what's going on in Elgin, which they call U46 the biggest debacle in the universe. And they want more bilingual education. Well, you're paying for that. And then, you know, here we have George. His son is going to Afghanistan. And we think, you know, American jobs are dropping like flies. American workers are being pushed to the side for illegal aliens. I just read an article where the oil companies and the gas companies are displacing American workers. So folks, it reaches every part of your life. Hospitals are being closed down because they had to put out so much free emergency services, which is really free services for illegal aliens. You saw recently the University of Chicago Hospital turned down an illegal alien who needed a kidney transplant. And there was a big controversy. He was 18. They said, well, he's supposed to be covered under all kids. The governor went to bat for him. You know what? First I want to know is how many American citizens are still waiting for a kidney transplant. And so, you know what? I mean, there's compassion. When I was interviewed, I said, you know what? The truth of the matter is, so the hospital understood all the money it was going to cost for this transplant. And they said, well, how do you feel? Well, of course, you know, I would be the big, bad, wicked witch of the West if I said deport him. I said, listen, get him in the hospital, get him the best doctors, give him the best treatment, save his life, and send Mexico the bill. Where's the Mexican consulate besides handing out false IDs? That's a threat to our national security. The Mexican consulate should have called the hospital, said, listen, we're going to petition our government, we're going to get the funds, give the guy the, you know, that's all we're asking. It's come to a time we cannot afford to foot the bill anymore. I want to tell you a couple of things locally that are going on because that's what it's about, local. And, you know, it's funny, I was talking to Jesse, there's all these things. I mean, there's so much to, you know, think about. There's so many areas.
Yeah. Erosion.
Yeah. And it's so much to keep up on. To tell you the truth, I spent a beautiful Sunday afternoon going through last year's appropriations bill coming out of Springfield. And what I found is that we have Illinois state senators and Illinois House reps that are asking $17 million for an organization in a school that's a militant Mexican school that has an INS office right in it that you're paying for. $17 million of taxpayers' money, that's what they were asking for. But not only that, because on another line, a couple of lines down, they wanted $65,000 to improve their gym. Then on another line further down, they wanted $155,000 for the concrete. So you're paying for all this, and you look at their website, and again, it's militant, you know, so I thought, wow, I uncovered this. This is going on, this is real news, only to find out that Michelle Malkin wrote an article, I'm gonna say about a month and a half ago, where she said this is going on nationally. And we don't know. Why don't we know? Well, not too many of us are gonna take a Sunday afternoon and go through the appropriations bill that's about 300 pages long. Guess what, folks? It's coming to a time where we've got to put a lot more time into what's going on. We're broke. You know, how much more taxes are we going to pay? Look at, right now they're talking about laying off people in Chicago. I mean, we're getting to the point of desperation, I believe, and so I don't know what it's going to take for American citizens to get help. You know what? I don't want to go to a city council meeting. I don't want to go to a county board meeting. I've got better things to do. But the truth of the matter is, this is our future. This is the future of our veterans who are going to war. What are they going to come home to? What are they going to come home to? Our schools, the future of our kids, the future of our seniors. I'm very involved in senior citizen advocacy. And I tell people, you know what, this is part of what I'm doing I believe I'm doing this for seniors. When a senior has to pay $100 to get their Crestor, and an illegal alien is getting free medication and free operations, something's wrong, folks. Our house is on fire.